Hi, this is Derek Regensberger, and welcome to another episode of the Clarinet Connection, your source for gear and product reviews and practice and performance tips for the clarinet. In today's episode, I'm going to be looking at Zac Ligatures. This will also feature an interview with Zac Ligature representative Markus Botwinick, and I'm here at Colorado Clarinet Day at the University of Denver, and so I've brought back one of the ligatures to try out just so you can hear what it might sound like. So one of the things that really makes this ligature stand out is it's really allows a freedom of sound, and it's got a very nice large set screw on the back and just a couple of paracords that hold it to the mouthpiece. So again, it's going to offer a really nice resonant sound. We'll compare it to the AK ligature that I have, and I think it definitely holds its own. So you can really hear just how vibrant this particular ligature sounds. Both the AK and the Zac are ligatures that really allow for the most resonance of the instrument, and so you're really going to hear that in the sound. The AK unfortunately is no longer made, or at least it's temporarily been suspended, but the Zac has now been around for about 10 years and is manufactured in Italy, and really, I think, quite a compelling entry into the ligature market. Hi, this is Derek Regensberger with the Clarinet Connection, and welcome to another episode. Today I'm here at Clarinet Day at the University of Denver, and I'm speaking with Markus Botwinick about Zac Ligatures. So tell us a little bit about the product, and then we'll kind of get into some of the intricacies of them.
Sure. Well, Zac Ligatures, we're in our 10th year now. These are handmade ligatures out of Italy, and we have a variety of them, so they're available for both clarinetists and saxophone players. The inventor of the ligature, Alberto Pellizzari, he's an engineer, and he's also a saxophone player, and he designed these ligatures based on the complaints and inadequacies that he found and a lot of his friends found in the ligatures that were available to them 10 years ago, and just decided to improve on that.
So tell us about some of the design improvements that these ligatures make.
Sure. So these ligatures, they come in different types of metal. This particular one is silver on silver. So what makes these ligatures kind of unique, so it has all of them has a resonator, either made out of metal, which we have brass, silver, gold, and wood, grenadilla. And then it has a top piece that also comes in the various metals. So the way these are designed is they sit on top of the mouth, top and bottom of the mouthpiece, connect with the reed, and then on the top with the mouthpiece, and allows for freedom of vibration. The body, if you will, is made out of paracord with a rubber coating, so that the ligature won't slip side to side, especially on your B flat and A when you're switching between the two.
Yeah, that is definitely a common problem.
Yeah. So on this ligature, you can see, so this one has a wood resonator with a gold top. It's actually brushed brass with gold plating.
Okay. And so I assume that the resonator is going to go kind of over the reed,
That's correct.
and then so we can see that the large screw, which is great because it really holds the ligature onto the mouthpiece quite nicely, and then just tighten it up like such, right?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So as you can see how this sits on here, so you have the 2 points of contact. So unlike some other ligatures that have a thicker design around the mouthpiece, this ligature allows for both the reed and the mouthpiece to still fully vibrate. So you get a little bit more flexibility in your tone, and also you produces more overtones.
Oh, okay. And what about the differences in kind of finish? How does that affect sound production and sound quality?
That's a good question because a lot of players ask about that. Some players are trying to darken their sound somewhat, something a little bit brighter. And again, each player is unique. But as a general rule, if you're using cane reeds, then we recommend a wood resonator, wood on wood. Also, gold and brass seem to work very well. The other metals that we have, silver on silver, this will be generally brighter. And
Okay.
I've been hearing that all day. You know, somebody will put this ligature on, and immediately it'll be like super bright. And they're like, "Oh no, I don't want that."
Yeah.
Well, these are more designed for synthetic reed players.
Okay. And so that gives it a little extra kick, if you will, to the sound for the synthetic reed.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, it kind of depends, you know, the individual player, mouthpiece, reed. You know, there are so many variants, which is why we have such a variety of materials to choose from, because you know, it gives some flexibility in the individual artist to choose what they would like to perform on.
So Markus, I'm sure a number of the people in the audience might be familiar with, say, a string ligature made by Silverstein or something similar. What's the kind of the uniqueness of this particular one?
So the difference, and using Silverstein as only an example, Silverstein has more cord wrapped around. I think they use anywhere from 4 to 5 layers. I'd have to look at one of their ligatures to actually see that. So this only has 2. So, and again, this is my personal opinion as a Zac artist, is that I think that this allows more flexibility and freedom in my sound, as opposed to, once again, finding a ligature that clamps everything down. Also, I like the simplicity of the design. You just put this on the mouthpiece, tighten it up, and that's it. That you're done.
These come in a variety of sizes, I would assume, for various clarinet sizes. And
Absolutely. So the regular clarinet ligature will fit pretty much any of the modern mouthpieces. They can also be custom made. So let's say you're using an older mouthpiece from the 1950s or 60s, where they were pretty bulky.
although it fit just fine on that
Yeah.
that Casper.
But they can, because of the rope, if you will, or the paracord. So these are detachable, and so these can come in any length, and every ligature has the same design. So this is a bass clarinet ligature. It's just longer cord, obviously a larger resonator. This is a E-flat ligature and has a smaller resonator and
Shorter cord, I would
shorter cord. However, interestingly, the B-flat ligature works on the E-flat. And these saxophone ligatures, because of the nature of sax mouthpieces, they come in various thicknesses. That's a little bit more problematic as far as getting size. So again, because the cord is custom made, you just let Zac Ligature know what size mouthpiece that you play on. And if it's one of the common mouthpieces that are made, he already has the measurements and can custom make the ligature for you.
So I assume that's for differences for, like, you're playing a metal Theowani and then you're going to a hard rubber mouthpiece. They might have pretty dramatically different sizes.
And the hard rubber mouthpieces tend to be fairly universal, like a Meyer and an Auto Link are approximately the same size. But once you start getting into the metal mouthpieces, you've got ultra thin to pretty thick metal mouthpieces. So yeah, but having the flexibility of being able to have the cord custom made kind of solves that problem.
Well, and just looking at the design, I'm guessing one of the other features and benefits of that paracord is it's not going to scratch your mouthpiece.
That's correct, and also the hopefully you can see that, but the rubber coating that's on here, that doesn't, so that not only grips, but doesn't scratch your mouthpiece. There is on the bottom, the material here that clamps on top, it doesn't scratch the top of your mouthpiece, and of course the resonator is in contact with the reed.
Who is this for, do you think? Someone who is coming from a basic standard metal ligature looking to upgrade? Who really would see the best benefit from this?
I certainly think that anybody that is using the old standard metal ligatures that just kind of clamp everything down would have the most benefit, because the sound difference and the ease of play is so dramatic. Once you start getting into the higher end ligatures, then it becomes a matter of that the ease of being able to put these on, because you just have one contact point on the bottom and one screw on the top and you are done. And I also think that one of the things that everybody notices right off of the bat is the flexibility in their playing. Their sound tends to broaden out and ease between the different registers.
Oh, okay.
Ease of play, playability.
Well, Markus, it's great to talk to you, and wish you the best of luck, and nice to run into you here.
Thanks, Derek, and I appreciate it. And anybody that has a chance to try these at one of the trade fairs, I would say we're here for the same purpose. Don't just walk by the table. Try the product. You'd be amazed at what's out there.